I know I'm looking at everything but you right now. That's so rude of me. But look, let's face facts. It's been a little bit of time since I've done this, and I'm not 100% in practice. And with the show of this technical, you know, there's a lot to keep up with. Nobody, so here's the deal. Where are you? Now, right now, of course, you have to be, there's no other option. You're watching a replay right now. I know this because there's nobody here. Therefore, you have to be watching a replay. So what you're doing right now, I don't know. What do you do? What I know what you're doing, you're watching this replay. Is it in the background? Is it in the foreground? Do you have it up on your big screen TV? Yeah, I highly recommend doing that. I think it will change your entire viewing experience. There's Nadia. Thank you, Nadia, for being the first one to say something. Look at that. We put your name right up there in lights. That's the level of appreciation I have for you. You do come in here and I'm like, you know what? You're a star. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to this channel because I asked, and I think you'll really be glad one day. Like right now, you don't know. If this is your first time, you're going, who is this spaz? What's the deal? And if you're in the personal development world, you might say, he looks a little like that guy from The Secret, but no way, right? But yes way. Look, and to prove it, I have a copy of the book, right? So, and the movie. So, see? That's proof, right? That's proof I was in it if I have a copy of these. And then there's my book that I wrote, and then there's another book that I wrote, and then here's that same book in a different language that I don't understand, and here's a DVD about the law of attraction. I think I've proved myself, ladies and gentlemen. Andy's here and Cher, all right. See, now, where were you all? I saw that Cher had commented after I was done. Let me take a sip of water because I will be consuming no caffeine in front of your face today. So look, Sarah did an 11-11. Did I already point that out last time? Okay. So here's, oh wait. Yeah, you're seeing it. Okay, sorry. I'm a little confused. But it's okay. I'm going to pull it together. And I won't be confused always. Leanne says, you have no idea how much I needed a Bod Doyle show before my trip in the morning. Well, that was the schedule. Bod was going to be here. But Bod woke up vomiting this morning. I know, too much information. And quite frankly, I was not impressed. And I thought, you know what, Bod? Let me do this one. You do the next one. And stop vomiting. And I don't even know if he heard me because the vomiting was so loud. All right. Guy from 50 Shades. You know, if I knew even the first thing about 50 Shades or any of the actors you might be talking about, I might be able to comment. But since I've not seen one frame of any of that stuff, not really my thing. I really can't comment. All right, so look, I think I've got, what does this say? It says boundlesslivingchallenge.com. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Bob Doyle. That's going to leave a mark. Today's Bob Doyle show is brought to you by the Boundless Living Challenge. Something that you can't actually join yet, but I hope that you will. Why? Well, I'm not going to get into it now, but I will point you to several different things. Like my timeline on Facebook. You can do it. Facebook.com/boundlessliving. I know, it should be Bob Doyle. It's not, okay? It's Boundless Living. I didn't know what I was doing back then. All right. There's updates there, but I will say this for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Just another reminder as I click a button very, very non-discreetly and then go back over here and go like this. Now, BobDoyleShow.com/BLC movie. What could that be? Look, we're going to get into the dinosaur stuff in a minute. So those of you who are here from archaeology classes or whatever, dinosaurs, whatever that is, just stay with me. But you know, BobDoyleShow.com/BLC movie will take you to another Facebook page. What? Did you see that? On which you will see information about the live streaming of this very film, not this one, a copy of it, a digital copy, not this one. Okay, a digital copy of, no, just, okay, forget the format. Would you all stop obsessing about the format? Thank you. So we can get on with this. You know, it's a 30-minute show. We've used 5 minutes already, and we haven't even talked about dinosaurs, except we're going to talk about them. And you're going to be sorely disappointed because it's about 1 sentence of conversation. But you know, when I come up with the titles for the show, I have to go, what's one thing I'll talk about? You know, and then that's it. We're going to be streaming this live with me. That's me in the middle. That's me in the corner. That's me with the ducks doing that darn crazy face now. Okay, so anyway, we're going to be streaming this, talking to the filmmakers and coaches involved, people who've done the challenge in the past. Look, you guys, if you can go to boundlesslivingchallenge.com, like I showed you before, and then you can learn a little bit more about that. Okay, now, there. So about an hour and a half ago, you may have heard a male voice yelling the word no really loudly. That was me. Okay? So you don't have to wonder anymore. That was me. Why? Okay, so now it's stunning how often eggs have come into this show. You know? Right? Am I right? I have recently started, now I love eggs, right? I have recently started making French omelets. Anyone? French omelets. Not, you know, they're not like your normal dry omelet. French is very creamy. There's a subtle, but there's a very distinct technique to make these things. And it takes practice, quite frankly, and I practice every day because there's nothing better than a French omelet. It's so not at all what an omelet is. If you've never had one, look up Food Wishes on YouTube, Chef John, find the French omelet recipe and make it. And then come back here and tip me as a thank you. Now, here's the thing. It involves it's a process of cooking, and near the end, it's about rolling it in the pan into shape. And then you dump it out on the thing. There's lots of butter involved. It's, you know, that's the part where I get hung up, okay? Because the texture of the eggs is so different than normal eggs. It's not at all dry. It's not easy to flip over. It's so creamy that it takes, I think I just need a bigger spatula, but the idea is you have to flip it over once, flip it over twice, you know, kind of into thirds or fourths or whatever's going to work to create this sort of rolled thing that is like custard. It's creamy and buttery and amazing, but it's not easy to roll it, right? So to get that perfect one, you want to roll it just right and then fold it and pour it on the plate, and it just looks just perfect. Today was the first time I had it perfect. Like, I flipped it and it didn't tear. It was like, oh. Flipped it again, it didn't tear. I'm like, I did it. I finally, because the last flap is no big deal, flapped it over. I thought, oh, baby. I finally did it. I get to say I made my first perfect French omelet. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. The last step is just to put a couple of little pads of butter in underneath it. Just give it another little glisten of butter before you dump it out on the plate. Hang on one second. And I reach over to get the butter, and then my universe goes into slow motion. The end result of which was this. That is when you heard the word no being yelled. Now, just impossibly, there were no expletives involved. Like, this for sure is normally, but I just yelled no so loud because I was getting ready to take a picture of it so it'll last longer. And it's on the floor. And I'm just walking around like this, right? Just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, it's one thing if I just dropped eggs one day. I mean, that's like, damn it, eggs, whatever. But no, this was it. I had done it. I was going to send it to my friend Rob, who told me about the recipe in the first place, because yes, in some circles I'm a food geek, I guess. He's even more so, but the French omelet and it was going to be perfect. Ugh, right? So I shake that off and just jump back on the egg horse, right? And do another one, and it was just the same crappy thing I always get. Torn, whatever. It tastes great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the taste, but you just want it to look nice on the plate. And I had to go through, so I had to like get paper towels and scoop up that big right there. I cannot point. That big lump. Just imagine, that was my perfect omelet. It was about to be my egg baby. And then I have to just, it was just heartbreaking. And then the other one was whatever, it was fine. But now I'm back to the drawing board. Like, I don't know what I did to make it so perfect. I said, I'll just do it again. No, didn't work. Now, you think I'm done talking about my breakfast. I am not. So the other day, Pillsbury like biscuits with the orange icing from childhood. Like, I mean, come on. If you're a human being, you know what I'm talking about, and you love them, and you have fond memories, and you'd lick that icing, the icing. So I'm in the store the other day as a grown-up, and I see these things all the time, and I don't ever think about getting them because a million reasons. But the other day I said, oh, there they are, I'm getting them. And I got them. And I brought them home. Hold on, I can't see your comments when I'm acting like this. Oh my, there's lots of things going on over here. Okay, so Sarah cleaned up dog poop, I guess. All right, was that too obvious? So I bought those things. And then, so now I'm reading the instructions. And it says, put them in a 9-inch cake pan. Well, I don't have a cake pan yet. I make my bundt cake. I make my cake in a bundt pan. Bundt cake pan. Bundt cake pan. Da, 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 da. Bundt cake pan. 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 No. Bundt cake pan. Bundt cake pan. Bundt cake pan. Bundt cake pan. Oh, God. Bundt cake. Crap! Well, I was treading on thin ice there anyway. Look, it's just a mistake. And freaking honest. Anyway, so when I went to the store the other day, I bought a cake pan so I could make these rolls. So all is well. But then I start the process of making them, and then I remember, hold on, now I have to go back over here. So see, it's these things, right? Now I have a lot of anxiety about opening these things because it's like a jack-in-the-box. Yeah, just right now, thinking about it, I have anxiety. You're peeling that thing off, and you don't know when's it going to go poof. Now, see, when I was a kid watching that, the whole thing about like banging it on the countertop and doing it, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But then in real practice, sometimes you got to do that. Other times you're unwrapping it, boom! Holy crap, there's 8 years off my life. I just wanted a biscuit. So anyway, that's where it was, kind of mid-tear. I decided to take a picture just so you could relate. And also now you're sure. And look, the cake pan's right next to it. See, visual aids galore right here. By the way, if you're just coming in, you're going to want to subscribe so you never miss stuff like this. Anyways, it turns out, but I mean, I did peel it off, and I'm telling you, right now my chest is tightening. Thinking about it. It's like balloons. I don't like balloons either because, they pop sometimes unexpectedly. No can do, amigo. And amigas. So all right. So yay, it didn't pop open. I got to do the childhood thing in person. Good. I was in control. And then, So you know what? Ideally, in a perfect world, they're all divided, right? They're cut, and you just tear them up, put them in the thing. So I'm figuring, and that was a kind of a large can. I thought these will fill the pan. I know how to do this. I've done this a million times. Well, something was weird in how they had cut the biscuits, the dough or whatever, and they didn't just come off in segments. Like, you know how they're twirled, right? Let me give you still another visual aid. They twirl, except like some of the twirls weren't cut right, and so I'm pulling them off, and then I'm just getting this long strand of the spiral dough, and I'm going, what is going on with this breakfast from hell? I just want to eat. What's going on here?
I can't take it anymore. I just want a roll with orange sauce on it.
Well, you can't have it.
Yes, I can. I went to the store and I bought it. I even got a cake pan.
Well, it's just not in the cards for you, dude.
Well, I just don't think that's fair.
Anyway, so I had all these weird looking, you know, whatever. But look, this is how they turned out. Looked okay. Then I put the orange icing on. Yep, see? It's coming back to you now, right? At first it sounded gross. Like, I know Sarah's out there going, that's too much like a donut, I wouldn't eat that. But I got to tell you, I ate the top two like at 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. I ate those two. And guess what? With a sip of coffee, not bad at all. But the day's not over yet. You know what I'm saying. All right, let's see what all you folks are saying. It's like the peanut can gag. You mean like peanut brittle? Paul F. Tompkins, look it up. All right. And now, a rubber nose. Up your hose with a rubber nose. See, it's a welcome back Cotter thing. That actually just landed exactly where I picked it up. Sort of a miracle of physics that you didn't get to witness, but you can appreciate anyway by subscribing and sharing with your friends and commenting too. That helps me help you. The semi-musical version of the Bob Doyle Show. So did everyone have a nice 4th of July? Those of you who, you know, do that kind of thing, for whom it is applicable. Do you say applicable or applicable? I interchange them. You might want to remember that little factoid for a trivia test that might or might not, probably won't happen in the future. How does Bob Doyle say, and then they'll just put the word up. And the correct answer will only be he interchanges them, not one or the other. Let's just keep that in mind. Okay, awesome, good. Glad we have that understanding. What happens if I push this? Okay, so what the hell was I going to say? I can't remember. Let me think about it. This is my getting my brain back together music. Right, 4th of July. So 4th of July was a lot of fun. I broadcast live from there and all that stuff. And you can check that out on my Facebook timeline as well. Facebook.com/boundlessliving. I should set up something easier than that. Anyway, one of the features of that outing was this family that was sitting behind me. And this family had an age range of children from very young to teenage, right? And it's just funny to hear teenagers talk because they're so stupid. No, all right, look, that was just fair. Look, I don't mean stupid, but let's just, I'm not talking about their intelligence, but let's face facts. What teenagers do is they take all the information they currently have and create truths out of it, like we all do, by the way. But it's just funny where, like, they figure they got all of it. Now, you remember being that way, don't you? Talking to you. I got, Mom, Dad, you're so out of it. You have no clue. Okay. You're right. We've only been on this planet 2 more decades than you, at least. Clearly, you've got it figured out. But look, I was there. We were all there. But I heard them talking about, I don't even know how they got into the conversation. But one of them said these words. Well, dinosaurs can open doors. Now, I get why they think that. They probably saw it on Jurassic Park. I'm just guessing that at some point, I haven't seen those movies in a while, but probably a velociraptor, I seem to remember a door opening. So, if this is how today's youth learns about dinosaurs, by watching movies, their truth is dinosaurs can open doors. But here's the deal. There's no way we'll ever know that to be true. Because you see, guys, when dinosaurs were around, there weren't any doors. None. This is a theory that is never going to be tested unless we do like a Jurassic Park thing, which, okay, just I think you should just make sure you do it on an island somewhere, so that no harm can happen. Yeah. I'm remembering it now, Andy. But I'm just like, yeah, he really believes that. And every kid there just took it. Not one person goes, what? Dinosaurs can open doors? Like, I so wanted to. Just to turn around and go, how do you know that? Now, of course, their parents were there and probably wouldn't have enjoyed the sarcastic interference with just some random dude. Because it's dark. That's how they wouldn't recognize me from The Secret. That's the only reason. Thank God it was dark, right? Otherwise, that whole fireworks display would have been me signing autographs, taking pictures and selfies, and answering law of attraction questions, and exhausting, right? Like every trip to the grocery store. It's crazy. Kids. I don't know what's wrong with these kids today. Kids who can understand anything they say. Kids, I don't know the words, but it's something, something, something. Dinosaurs can open doors. That rhymes. Free of charge. That's right. Didn't even plan that, and it's not. You will not find it on your final bill. So, who gets a busy signal anymore? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody. It's weird, right? Do you ever get one? Like when you do, because I'm sure you probably do, like once every 3 years you call a number and you get a busy signal. Kids, do you even know what a busy signal is? Have you any clue? A dial tone? Dial tone. What if when you picked up your phone, it did a dial tone? That would be hilarious. Like just when you put it up to your ear, right? It's just like, it'd be fun for a day and then you turn that annoying thing off. But like if they had an app where you put your phone up and it was, and then when you push the buttons, a rotary dial app. Why hasn't someone done this? Right? Come on. See, you saw it happen right here. I know we're using the audience a lot, but when you got to do it, what's so freaking funny? That's a good app. Come on. And then you could choose the face of the phone, but it's like literally this would dial the number. Come on, app developers, just put my name on it, send me a check, and God bless you. All right, so Andy says the Canadian Revenue Agency or IRS would give you a busy signal every time. All right, well, I got one the other day calling my doctor friend. Busy signal, what is this? And I listened to it for an oddly long amount of time, given that nothing was going to change by listening to it. It was more just I was incredulous. Andy, I'm done making apps, man. I'm done. I did it for a while, but nah, I got to focus on my strengths, right? Like, what am I really good at? Focus on that. What do I love doing the most? Focus on that, or those things. There's a handful of them. And you get to witness every single one of them if you just stay tuned long enough. All right. Busy signal. I was watching, you know how you watch Oh, I know I remember where this was because I was trying to remember. Was this on YouTube? No, this was in today's, and this seems like a 1970s type of like, hey, remember the commercial where? No, this is a current. I have a Law of Attraction app, Andy. You can download it now. It's in iTunes. I have the Bob Doyle Show app, and I have the Law of Attraction app, and it puts a lot of my Law of Attraction stuff all together in one place. See, surprise! You just learn something new every day. But you know what that app does not have? That's right, a rotary dial. Hadn't thought of it yet. Hadn't gotten to today. Today was the day. I hope somebody steals it. Look, I don't care. Just somebody do it. But do not. Look, if you're going to do it, just go ahead and charge your 99 cents. Don't make it one of these free apps with ads between every freaking... I swear, if you do that to my app idea, then I'm going to find you. I will. I'll find you. And I will ask you very politely to stop doing it. All right. That's right. Sarah made it funny. Although, I don't think dinosaurs had landlines either. So anyway, I'm down the street. Actually, right now I'm here. I'm talking in the present tense to bring you into the story. Okay. So I walk to breakfast the other day. To this little place. It's called Baby Stacks. I'll tell you. I don't care. It's called Baby Stacks. Is that adorable? Look, more egg conversation. And I'm sitting there at the counter because I'm alone, and why not? I'll just sit at the bar. I don't need a table or anything. I don't need to be treated like, a person. Sure, I'll sit at your counter off to the side. No problem. No, it was really no problem. And so I'm in front of the TV, and everything is in Spanish. All the television, they're playing a Spanish-speaking television station. So it's a totally different culture on TV, which is, it's such a different culture to watch talk shows, Hispanic talk shows, all of these things. This is not a judgment, it's an observation. These are different approaches. It's fine, okay? This is not the point. Here's the point. A commercial came on, and the scenario is this. A family is walking up to the door of a house with their kid. He's a boy. He's like 12. He doesn't want to be there. It shows on his face. They're visiting friends. He's like, oh, I don't have anything. I don't want to be. This is a pain. Why are you making... we've all had that experience as kids. I could tell you stories, and maybe one day I will. I know I have already on this show, like in ancient times. So I'm not going to tell it now. Anyway, this kid does not want to be there. And so now you're inside and you see the couple open the door and you see the mom, and this is outside on the porch, the mom, the dad, and the kid in the middle with that, I don't want to be here face. But then he espies from across the room on a table various snacks that have been laid out, featuring a bucket of cream cheese. And his eyes light up, and he couldn't be happier to be there. He hauls to the cream cheese and spreads it on a bagel or whatever. And this is what I'm to believe excited this child, where his world changed. Oh my God, Mom and Dad, thank you for bringing me to cream cheese. Now this is especially abhorrent to me because my first experience with cream cheese, which I know I've shared on this show, was horrifying because I had no idea it was cream cheese. I had never seen a bagel, and I had never seen cream cheese. So when I saw bagels and cream cheese presented at my next door neighbor's house and they're offering it to me, do you know what I saw? I'll tell you what I saw. I saw donuts and icing. So I spread that icing on that donut, and I take a bite, and I am sorely disappointed. What kid is getting, and it was just plain cream cheese. It wasn't flavored, it wasn't chocolate, it was just cream cheese. And that's what he notices from across. Oh my God, cream cheese! Mom and Dad, why didn't you tell me? I'm so sorry I behaved in that manner. Anyway, I don't get it. Well, it's been fun hanging out with you on a Monday. I hope I've made it just a little bit easier to transition from the weekend to the week. And that we will all have fun times together as we meet in the afternoons to talk about the Balanced Living Challenge and whatever else comes to mind. And maybe I'll do another Bob Doyle show from time to time. I like doing it. It tastes really good.